Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, Golden Zulu. So today we have one interesting example under expectations, but specifically expectation calculations, variance calculation together with the standard deviation calculation. So the question that we have under expectations is reading to say a random variable x has a probability distribution defined by the table, which has been given below. So they have told us to say we should find the expected value of x. So when you have been asked to find the expected value of x, you just multiply what you have been given. So the expected value of x is at times referred to as the mean value. So here you just multiply this times that, this and that. So which will just show here as what we are having to be that, plus 1 times what we are having to be this, plus that. So immediately we have this. So when you do your multiplication, 0 times that, you still get 0, plus 1 times this, you still get the same. Remember, any number multiplied by 1 is the same. 2 times that, you get your answer to be 14 over 16. Plus 3 times 3, 9 over 16, plus 4 times 2, that is 8 over 16. So we will get our calculator and add 3 divided by 16, plus 14 divided by 16, plus 9 divided by 16, plus 8 divided by 16, and you will get your answer to be 2.125. 2.125. So this is simply the expected value of x. So now that we have calculated the expected value of x, we are told to say we should calculate the variance. So remember, in the previous video we showed that variance has certain properties. So the variance of 4x plus 2, for us to calculate it, this will be the same as 4 squared the variance of x. And you know to say that the variance of x is given by the expected value of x squared. Now you square the x minus the expected value where you square it. So this is the formula we use when we are calculating the variance of x. So this here is what is there. Then now, do we have the expected value of x squared? No, we don't. So let us now calculate the expected value of x, where now we need to square these numbers which we have been given. So we have been given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we square these. So we square these, and our resulting outcome will be 0, will be 1, here will be 4, here will be 9, and here will be 16. And now we will use these now to find the expected value of x squared. So again, we need to do the same procedure, but this time we are using these resulting outcomes to multiply with the probability of x, like that. So we multiply these times what is down here, which is 1 over 16. So times 1 over 16, this is multiplication. Again, we multiply 1 times 3 over 16. We multiply 4 times 7 over 16. We multiply 9 times 3 over 16. And we should multiply 16 times 2 over 16. So if you were to multiply here, you get your answer to be 0. If you were to multiply 1 times here, you will get your answer to be 3 over 16. If you were to multiply 4 times 7, you get your answer to be 28 over 16. Remember, we just multiply this times the numerator. 9 times 3, you get your answer to be 27 over 16. 16 times 2, you get your answer to be 32, of which the 16 can go into 32, and we get our answer to be 2. Then immediately now we have what we are from finding. We will add the resulting outcome so that we find the expected value of x squared. So let us add together. We have open bracket 3 divided by 16 plus 28 divided by 16 plus 27 divided by 16 plus 2, of which we'll get our answer to be 5.625. So this is the value that we are from finding. Then remember the formula that we have is the variance of the expected value of x squared minus the expected value of x, where you square the result that you will get. So the expected value of x squared in this case is, so the expected value of x squared minus the expected value of x, when you square it, will give you what is referred to as the variance. So the expected value of x squared in this case is 5.625 minus the expected value of x, which was 2.125, where we now square it. So immediately we have that, we have 5.625 minus, we know to say 2.125, the squared of it is 4.5, let's give it in 3 decimal places, so let's put 6. Then we'll subtract 5.625 minus 4.516, and you will get your answer to be 1.109. Then remember, this is the variance of x, but we want the variance of 4 squared in this case now. So remember, this what we were finding was the variance of x, and you know to say 4 squared is 16, and we will multiply 1.109, which is the variance of x, times 16, and you will get your answer to be 17.744. So this is the variance of 4 squared, the variance of x. Now we have been told again to calculate the standard deviation, where we are having it to be 3 minus x. So how can you find the standard deviation of 3 minus x? So what we do here is this. Remember, if standard deviation is what we have been asked to find, then you cannot find standard deviation minus you getting the variance. So this is the same as, we just interpret this as 3 minus x, where we are having the squared of that, the square root of the variance of this expression. Then immediately now we write what we are writing. Remember, we can get or fuse in the variance properties, where we are having the variance properties in here to be the variance of 3, let's say 3, minus the variance of what? X. Where we know to say that the variance of every constant number is already what? 0. And the variance of x is what you are from finding. So the variance of x in this case it was what you had found here to be 1.109. So it was what we found as 1.109. Then remember, under variance, since this negative was part of the x, then if we bring it outside, remember it is like we are bringing a 1 outside, which we need to square it, and of which it will be positive there. And you know to say 1 times the variance will still be that. Then 0 plus that, we still get our answer to be 1.109. So this is our variance. Then since we have been asked to find standard deviation, so we square root this. So we are having the square root of 1.109, and the answer we are getting is 1.053. So this is the standard deviation of 3 minus x. Your host, Golden Zulu.